Welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Television with the most important events of the day. I'm your host, Radio Cindy. On April 11th, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, has attended the opening of a new administrative building of the Institute of Theology under the State Committee for Work with Religious Organizations. Starting from its origins, Islam promoted science. The Prophet assured his Ummah that all darkness would be dispelled through science. The main characteristic distinguishing Azerbaijan and its people at all times is preservation of religious and spiritual values. Today, promotion of religion of this heritage turned into the state policy in the history of our independence. Surely, it's not accidental, because through centuries, tolerance and multiculturalism became an important and integral value of the public and political lives of our people. Today, these values are the national treasure of our independence. Centuries-old system of moral values acquired more strength and efficiency due to the state's support. In the world where discrimination against Islam is widespread, Azerbaijan managed to surprise with its unity prayers. The state, taking the initiative to promote multiculturalism and tolerance, turned Baku into a space for holding international conferences on this topic, because Azerbaijan is a multinational, multi-confessional country, and this is our greatest treasure. President Ilham Aliyev said, "Representatives of all nations, religions in Azerbaijan live in conditions of benevolence, peace and tranquility. We live as one family, and our power is our unity." By a decree signed by President Ilham Aliyev in 2018, the Azerbaycan Institute of Theology was established, functioning under the State Committee for Work with Religious Organizations. The new 5-story building of the institute has all the conditions for education at the highest level: educational rooms, a library, assembly halls, prayer rooms for men and women have been created. Along with the theological faculty, there are departments of religious studies, Islamic studies, languages and social sciences. The institute prepares highly qualified personnel for following degrees: bachelor's, master's and doctoral studies. At the undergraduate level, the following specialties are taught: religious studies and Islamic studies. At the master's level, sociology of religion, psychology of religion, history of religion and Islamic studies. At the doctoral level, religious studies, history and philosophy of religion. Education at all 3 levels is carried out under the state order. At present, 277 students study in the Institute of Theology. Teaching staff consists of 43 people. The teaching staff of the institute also conducts scientific research in the field of religious and Islamic studies. After the Patriotic War, new areas of research were identified. The Foundation for the Promotion of Spiritual Values, established by the decree of President Ilham Aliyev in 2017 and operating under the State Committee for Work with Religious Organizations, is also located here. The main activity of the foundation is to provide state support in educational work in the field of religion, the protection and promotion of moral values among young people, the preparation and implementation of targeted programs in the field of state-religion relations, and the implementation of social projects in this direction. April 11th marks 4 years since the April 11th, 2018 presidential election. 4 years ago, the people of Azerbaijan once again expressed their confidence in President Ilham Aliyev. This was a manifestation of full support for the policy pursued by the head of state. During this period, Azerbaijan achieved the greatest success in its history under the leadership of President Ilham Aliyev, an end was put to the 30-year-old Armenian-Azerbaijani conflict. Azerbaijan has become a strong state that has taken its place and placed its role in world politics, a state that has risen to leading positions. The Azerbaijani people see Ilham Aliyev in the status of the main guarantor of security, stability and progress.
Yaşasın Azərbaycan! Yaşasın Azərbaycan əskəri!
Economic rise and establishment of a public political foundation, which became the result of the successful political course of President Ilham Aliyev, had one priority: to increase the military power of the country. Due to diplomatic prowess and strategic steps of the head of state, might of the glorious Azerbaijan army, and unity of our people, the 44-day war ended with the great victory. Our territorial integrity was restored. The Azerbaijani people, rallying around their victorious supreme commander-in-chief and his army in the Iron Fist, created a turning point in their future fate. I was saying that our territorial integrity must be restored. I said that the military option is never ruled out. I not only spoke about that. For all these years, having mobilized our resources, we strengthened the country, gathered strengths at the international level, within the country, in resolving economic issues, in strengthening the solidarity and unity in the country, and in army building. We have turned the strengths into an iron fist, broken the enemy's back, and created a new reality, said President Ilham Aliyev. Achieving the signing of the 2020 November 10 statement, President Ilham Aliyev ensured political and economic sovereignty of Azerbaijan, opened a new glorious page in the territories liberated from the occupation, as well as in the fate of our people as a whole. The decisive and pragmatic political course of the head of state has adapted the agenda of Azerbaijan in the post-war period to new realities and challenges. Today, Karabakh, liberated from occupation, is rapidly recovering. Life is returning to these lands again. Necessary infrastructure is being constructed in the demined areas. These territories have been declared green energy zones. The implementation of projects of Smart Town and Smart Village in Zengilan district, the preparation of master plans of our liberated towns and other similar activities give confidence that Karabakh will turn into a paradise in the nearest future. One of the priority tasks set by President Ilham Aliyev was acceptance of the new realities dictated by our country on a global scale, and this was achieved. The foreign policy and result-oriented diplomatic steps under the leadership of President Ilham Aliyev have created a favorable condition for Azerbaijan to speak more decisively from the high tribunes of the UN, the Council of Europe, the OSCE, NATO, and all other reputable international organizations, and make the international community respect its opinion on many issues. Against the background of negative events, wars and conflicts in many countries around the world, we see the fruit of the independent, constructive policy pursued by the President of Azerbaijan in every political decision. Today, the international community recognizes Karabakh as a sovereign territory of Azerbaijan and shows great interest in the restoration work carried out in our ancient lands. Yes, all the strategic moves put forward by the head of state in domestic and foreign policy, the successes that are the result of hard work, serve a common purpose: to ensure the interests of the Azerbaijani citizen and further improve their welfare. It is no coincidence that over the past 4 years, President Ilham Aliyev has taken result-oriented steps in various areas, including the social sphere. The decrees and orders, which experts regard as being socially revolutionary decisions, covered almost all the layers of the population. The allowances to the families of martyrs, internally displaced people, students and persons with disability, the minimum wages and pensions were increased. The package of social reforms, which were successfully implemented, created opportunities to seriously improve the well-being of millions of citizens. All this proves once again that the words of Ilham Aliyev, "I'm the president of all the Azerbaijani people, every Azerbaijani citizen," are as valuable as his signature. On April 10, statement of the Armenian Foreign Ministry, which promotes separatism in Azerbaijan, interferes in the internal affairs of another state and undermines peace-building efforts in the region, demonstrates that the real intention of the opposite side is not normalization of relations and peaceful coexistence, said the statement of the Azerbaijani Foreign Affairs Ministry. Quote, "On what grounds does the Armenian side, which is still evading responsibility for numerous crimes, talk about mass murder or ethnic cleansing, if the country itself subjected to ethnic cleansing about 1 million Azerbaijanis, grossly violating the fundamental rights of these people for almost 30 years, committed numerous war crimes during military aggression, including brutal killing of 613 civilians overnight in Khojaly, bears responsibility for the fate of about 4,000 missing Azerbaijanis back in the early 90s, some of whose mass graves are found only now. We strongly condemn the destructive position of the Armenian side at a time when decisions are made to take steps to normalize relations between the two countries. Regardless of the Armenia's choice, Azerbaijan will continue to move towards development and progress within its international borders in accordance with its obligations and international law." Last week, 247 mines were found in celebrated areas. From April 4th to 9th, 106 personal mines, 141 anti-tank mines and 156 unexploded ordnances were found in Tartar, Ağdam, Füzuli, Şuşa, Qubadlı, Cəbrayıl and Zəngilan. 237 hectares have been cleared from mines and exploded ordnances. 16 infections with novel coronavirus were registered in Azerbaijan. 19 people recovered after treatment and were released home. The overall confirmed cases in Azerbaijan have reached 792,253, with 782,351 recoveries and 9,703 deaths. The number of active infections is 119. To detect new infection cases over the past day, 2,624 tests and overall 6,746,085 tests have been conducted in Azerbaijan. The task force under the Cabinet of Ministers reported. That was all for today. Thank you for being with us and see you next time.